Today we are clearing up some common myths and misinformation regarding IRAs, also known as individual retirement accounts. A lot of people make decisions based off misinformation, which ends up costing them thousands of dollars. To help us separate fact from fiction, we've invited Peter Losavio, an experienced elder law attorney and retirement planner. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you for inviting me. The IRA is a very powerful tool that can help you establish a secure retirement, but there's a lot of misinformation out there in the public. So we're going to try to clear up some of that here.
Are all IRA withdrawals taxed the same way?
No, they're not. It's very important to know the difference between a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA. With a traditional IRA, the withdrawals are taxed as ordinary income. With the Roth, they are not taxed, which is a big advantage. With the Roth, however, you cannot take penalty-free withdrawals unless you are 59 and a half years old and the account has been open for more than 5 years. That sometimes causes confusion with people because the contributions, not the earnings, but the contributions can be withdrawn at any time. So there's more possibility of diversification or use of a Roth for emergency situations than people realize. Understanding the difference and planning, realizing that there is a difference, can save a lot of money and add to your security.
Do you really have to wait until age 59 and a half before touching your IRA?
That is correct as a general rule, but it's important to remember that there are exceptions. If you're withdrawing up to $10,000 for a first-time home purchase, that can be done penalty-free. If you have a child that's being born or you're adopting a child, you can withdraw up to $5,000 without penalty. Higher qualified education expenses can be withdrawn without penalty. Medical expenses can be withdrawn without penalty, and money can be withdrawn without penalty due to death or disability. It's important to remember that the Roth is actually more flexible than a traditional IRA because money that's contributed to the Roth can be withdrawn at any time without penalty. And it's not earnings, it's just the money that was contributed can be withdrawn. So you have a lot of flexibility with a Roth that you don't have with the traditional IRA.
What if I make too much money? Does that mean I can't contribute to an IRA?
That's a common misconception. Anyone who has earned income can contribute to an IRA. The income limits only apply to deductibility, whether the contribution is deductible or not. So the real question is, what I contribute, can I deduct it? Now, for a single person who has modified adjusted gross income below $79,000, can fully deduct their contributions to a traditional IRA. Now that gets phased out as you get up to $89,000. With the Roth, you have different income limits, just to make things confusing. For a single person, the limit for contributions to be deductible are $165,000. For a married couple, it's $246,000. So you have a lot of high earners that say, well, I make more than $165,000 or make more than $246,000, so I can't contribute to a Roth. It's possible to make contributions to a Roth by using what we call a backdoor strategy. The backdoor strategy is simply contributing to a traditional IRA. So you get your money in a traditional IRA and then you roll it over into the Roth. So then you're able to take advantage of the Roth features.
Are IRAs basically just savings accounts with small returns?
That's not true. You have the same wide range of investments with a IRA as you do with investments outside of an IRA. You have your growth options such as stocks, ETFs, or mutual funds, and you have your low risk options such as CDs and saving bonds. So you have the same investments available to you. The advantage is that the earnings on those investments are tax-free, and that allows you to accumulate a lot more wealth because you're not paying taxes on the accumulation, and that accumulation is accumulating. So that's why the qualified plans IRAs are so good for planning for retirement.
Do you have to start taking money out of your IRA when you turn 70 and a half?
They changed the law in the Secure Act, changed the law such that it varies depending on when you were born. If you were born between 51 and 59, then you have to start drawing your money out of a regular traditional IRA at age 73. And if you're born 60 or later, then you have until 75. You have to start making your required minimum distributions at age 75. Now, the Roth IRA has more flexibility because you don't have to make any RMDs out of a Roth. And it's really great for your heirs because it can continue growing during your lifetime, and then you have to pass away. The general rule is that the Roth heirs have 10 years to let it come out of the Roth. So it has a lot of flexibility.
Can you only have one IRA account?
No, you can have many IRA accounts. Only the contribution limits apply to all accounts. So if your general rule is at $7,000, you can have contributions to 3 or 4 accounts, but the total contributions can't be more than $7,000. Now, if you're 50 or older, you can contribute an extra $1,000, so you can contribute up to $8,000. So that $7,000 or $8,000 limit applies to all accounts. But you can have as many accounts as you want to have. And you say, well, Pete, why would you want to do that? Well, you might want to have a different provider, a different investment advisor, or a different person managing certain money. You might have one account that's a gold account. You might have another account that has conservative investments or whatever. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. And then when you get ready to withdraw the money, you have money in different accounts.
Are IRAs just for people who don't have a 401k?
No, that's a myth. You can have a 401k and an IRA. There are advantages and disadvantages to both types of qualified plans. With your 401k, you have a higher contribution limit and you usually have an employer match, which is advantageous. Always says better than going to the casino. You double your money as soon as you contribute it. And then with the IRA, you have more control over where the money's invested and how it's invested. So some people like to have the IRA because they can control where the money's going to be invested and how it's going to be invested. Now, you also hear that self-employed people cannot have 401ks and IRAs. That's not true either, because you can have solo 401ks and SEP IRAs. So even the self-employed independent contractor, like a freelancer or an entrepreneur or an Uber driver, can have a retirement plan.
Can you keep contributing to an IRA after you retire?
Yes, you can. Retirement does not prevent you from contributing to an IRA. In order to be able to contribute to the IRA, though, you do have to have earned income. So if you don't have any earned income, then you cannot contribute to an IRA. But even if you're retired and you're still working in a part-time job or a gig job or something, you can contribute as long as you're earning income. And so this allows you to be able to take advantage of retirement accounts even after you retire and continue to save for your retirement.
So what's the bottom line? Are IRAs worth it?
They are, because you need to be saving for your retirement. Using a tax advantage account, such as an IRA or a 401k, is the best way to do that, because the money's being accumulated and you're not having to pay taxes on the accumulation, so you can accumulate more wealth, which will earn more money. So it makes quite a bit of difference over 20 or 30 years how much money you can accumulate. Thank you for the opportunity to come and talk about this today. It's something that everyone who's interested in having a secure retirement needs to have in their arsenal.
And with that, we'll wrap up today's discussion. Thank you for joining us.